Greetings, I'm the Bulgarian Troglodyte. So today I'm gonna do the part 2 to my films in my collection that I need to rewatch video series. So I have a decent chunk of films again, and there will be more to come in the third and fourth parts of this series as well. But let's start. So first we have a huge classic that I have only watched once. It's from the Troglodyte of French New Wave cinema, François Truffaut. It's called The 400 Blows, which is a film that I liked a lot when I watched it, but again it has been such a long time since I watched it. So we'll see what I think about it now. But Truffaut is maybe my least favorite out of the big French New Wave directors, because to me he's the kind of least sophisticated one, and he's the one that doesn't really challenge the viewer in any way, in my opinion, and his aesthetic isn't as beautiful as Jacques Demy's aesthetic either. He's still a very good director, but to me he's the Troglodyte of French New Wave cinema. But then again, I'm the Troglodyte of FilmTube in YouTube, so we are both Troglodytes. There's no shame in being a Troglodyte, but yeah, The 400 Blows, a great movie. Then we have a Otto Preminger film, Anatomy of a Murder, which I liked a lot, but it has been such a long time since I watched it, so I don't know what I will think about it now. Especially because my love for courtroom dramas has lessened since that. I used to love them, but these days it's not my favorite thing anymore. I mean, I'm sure that I'm still gonna like this film a lot, but I don't know if I'm gonna love it the same way I did when I watched it like 8 years ago or whatever it was. Yeah. But James Stewart, I still love the guy, and he's great in this one. Then we have a Fritz Lang classic, it's Am. Only watched this once, very early on in my cinephile journey. I liked it a lot, but I don't know what I'm gonna think about it now. It's such an important film for the genre, probably the most important film for that particular genre. And that genre isn't one of my favorite genres anymore. It used to be. So we'll see what I think about it now. But of course, a stone cold classic that every cinephile needs to watch. Well, this is also a stone cold classic that every cinephile needs to watch. It's F.W. Murnau's Sunrise, which I liked a lot when I watched it, but it's been such a long time, I don't remember much about it, so my next watch will be very fresh due to the fact that I don't remember much about it. Yeah. But yeah, looking forward to watching this one again. I think I'm still gonna like it a lot. Then another classic that I watched like 8 years ago. I think I watched this after a dentist appointment. Still remember that day, yeah. To Kill a Mockingbird. I really loved this film when I watched it, but again, has been such a long time, so I don't know what my opinion on it will be now. I also have the book in my shelf, which I haven't read yet, so I think I might read the book before rewatching this, and then after I read the book I'm gonna watch this one again. Yeah. Then this one I also haven't watched in a long time, and this was actually a film that I really couldn't get into, even though I was so excited about it. It's Wings of Desire by Wim Wenders. So the reason why I was so excited about it was that I had watched Paris, Texas, which I absolutely fell in love with immediately, but then this was very disappointing to me, especially because I thought the concept of the film, the plot synopsis, sounded so good, but then I was so disappointed. But that was such a long time ago that I think maybe I just wasn't in the mood for it, or maybe now that I'm way older and way more experienced, I might like it a lot more now. And I know that this is a very important film for one of my dear friends, Tony, for example. He really loves this film, so I'm gonna try to understand why he really loves this film when I go back and rewatch this one. Yeah. Then a big classic again, The Wizard of Oz. Only saw this once a long time ago. Enjoyed it a lot. Beautiful Technicolor, of course, and a fun time. But yeah, that was it basically when I watched it. So we'll see after a rewatch what I will think about this. I think I'm still gonna enjoy it a lot, but it probably won't become a favorite of all-time favorite or anything like that. Yeah. Then we have some Kurosawa films. So first we have Kagemusha, a film I liked a lot, although I didn't love this one necessarily, but I'm very much looking forward to watching it again. It has been such a long time. And with this next one it has been even longer. It's Ran, of course, quite a very similar film to Kagemusha from his 80s period, very colorful and beautiful. A King Lear adaptation. I still need to read King Lear. I finally got into reading Shakespeare last year. I read Macbeth and Romeo and Juliet, and King Lear or Hamlet will be my next one probably, so we'll see. So I might read King Lear before I get into this one again. But this one was a film that I had very high expectations for. I liked it a lot, but at the same time I was maybe slightly disappointed by the film for some reason, but that was again a long time ago, so I might love it way more now. High and Low, this one I also watched around the same time as those other two. Yeah, another film that I liked but I didn't love. I know that's blasphemy, but I was very young then, so I might like it way more now. And we'll see if I watch this on this DVD or maybe I'll watch a better print. Yeah. Then this one was something I also watched very early on in my cinephile journey. This is a Finnish DVD actually, but it's Nights of Gaviria by Fellini, the first Fellini I ever watched. And I've now of course seen everything that Fellini watched, or what Fellini made, all of his films. So now it would be like a perfect circle if I now went back to that film that I started my Fellini journey with. And again, he's one of my favorite directors, my favorite Italian director, and I liked this film a lot even then when I was very young and very inexperienced, so I think I'm gonna like it even more now. And I still actually remember quite a bit about it, even though it has been quite long. Then to end the video I have a couple of box sets. So I have the Charlie Chaplin collection from Artificial Eye. And I have seen all the films on the box set, but it was quite a while ago, many years ago. So I really need to go back to these films because I really loved going through the box set. Although again, some of the films are better than others, but my favorites when I watched these were The Kid, The Gold Rush, and The Great Dictator. But I know of course that City Lights and Modern Times are probably the biggest classics out of this box set. So it's gonna be very interesting to see if I love those films more on a rewatch. But I liked them quite a lot already back then, but I didn't love them as much as other people do. But I loved some of the other films a lot here, and I mean I enjoyed every single film here, but I didn't love all of them. But yeah, looking forward to going back to these films hopefully sometime soon. The Great Dictator is my favorite one, by the way. Yeah. Then last but not least, it's the Three Colors trilogy. This is the Artificial Eye Blu-ray set. Of course there have been 4K sets more recently, but these I also watched very early on. I mean the theme of this episode I guess was like my early cinephile years, like 2017, 2018. Like these I watched already before I moved to London in 2017, so I was very inexperienced with cinema, and I think these were actually my not favorite, but my first Polish films that I ever watched. Yeah. And back then Red was my favorite. I was absolutely blown away by that film, but for some reason I still haven't watched it again. I don't know why, even though I've been meaning to watch this again since like 2020, but I still haven't gotten around to it. And white was my least favorite and blue was my second favorite, so I think that's a pretty typical ranking, that red, blue and white, although I think some people love blue the most, and then there is the occasional person who might love white the most. Yeah. But looking forward to watching these again. Yeah. But that's it for this second part. There will be more parts. Again, I'm not sure how many parts there will be, but at least 2 more. But we'll see. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts on these films. Sayonara and arigato gozaimashita.